The American people are totally out of the loop. Their reality is based on their life experience. You see, the way you judge things and the way you process things, your opinions are based on your own life experience. Most people haven't had these experiences. We are in a desperate time, and people are oblivious to it.
They wanted us to destabilize the Middle East, turn it upside down, make it under our control. And then I came back to the Pentagon about 6 weeks later. I saw the same officer. I said, why haven't we attacked Iraq? We still going to attack Iraq? He said, oh, sir. He says, it's worse than that. He said, he pulled up a piece of paper off his desk. He said, I just got this memo from the Secretary of Defense's office that says we're going to attack and destroy the governments in 7 countries in 5 years. We're going to start with Iraq, and then we're going to move to Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Iran.
I wish to thank the sponsors for inviting me. I don't often get invited. This was an important debate. I feel compelled to say what I'm about to say. Now, I risk sounding like a conspiracy theorist, but it's no longer a theory. What I'm about to say is fact. The secret organizations of the world power elite are no longer secret. They have planned and are now leading us into a one-world communist government.
Here's what he said 40 years ago. He said the individual is handicapped by coming face to face with a conspiracy so monstrous that he cannot believe it even exists. And that's the problem we have today. This conspiracy is so monstrous, so demonic, that we tell people about it and they say, you're crazy, this is America, it can't happen here. And that's the problem we have today, folks, is doing that, convincing people that this conspiracy is real. But praise God, we have all the evidence needed to prove to anybody, if they'll just look at the evidence, that 9/11 was an inside job.
The affirmative task we have now is to actually create a new world order.
Ask him about the field of black boxes. What were they? Because I'd never seen anything like that. And his statement was that if he told me, I would be one of few people in Madison, Georgia that knew about them. And he says they're disposable coffins, I believe he told me. And he says there's 100, at that time he said there was 125,000 there. He said his brother worked with the CDC in Atlanta and had been asked by the CDC to do a 3-year extension to place temporary morgues all across the nation.
We noticed that the lids that they were advertising on the website were rounded, but the lids, hundreds of thousands of lids there, the lids we found, folks, were flat, and they were reinforced. You know what that could mean? You can stack them on top of each other. That's a lot neater to stack them in disposable coffins.
All the FEMA coffins, September, just a couple of days ago, 2012.
There are red and blue lists out there. Have you already heard about the red and blue list, okay?
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I've had people calling me saying they go out to their mailbox and they find a little red dot or a little blue dot on their mailbox, and they wonder what the little red dot and blue dot is. Well, it's marking your mailbox by the government, so when foreign troops come in here on us after martial law, if you have a red dot on your mailbox, they take you out immediately and shoot you right in the head. But if you have a blue dot, they take you to the FEMA camps being built by Halliburton right now to house 50 million Americans. They're building enough concentration camps in America by Halliburton.
Particularly to hear President Obama claim the power to keep people in prison indefinitely with no charges against them, no conviction, no sentence, just imprisonment.
Exclusive government activating FEMA camps across America, across the United States. And of course, that's quite a headline. And it's got the 5 regions for the FEMA camps, and it talks about barricades and barbed wire and armed guards. And it says that they built the camps, and that now they need to get ready to staff them, and that they need to be ready within a 72-hour period. And so I want to challenge everybody to call their friends and their families now, and realize that the new economy is to put tens of millions of people, we already have the biggest prison population in the world, in this archipelago, this giant chain of facilities all over the country.
So it's a horrible, horrible situation. But the one thing it's doing, these events are really helping me make my case that I've been working on for a couple of years. You've got to watch the power of government. Power in government is almost always abused, and this is abused, and it isn't Democrats and it isn't the Republicans, it's both of them. And then it's the toleration of the people. The people put up with it. So it's very, very dangerous. I don't think there's anything left to our Fourth Amendment. This whole idea of needing probable cause to get a search warrant, that's totally gone.
Because we don't live in a police state, sir. Martial law has not been established in this country. We need documentation of this violation of their civil rights. You're gonna kick my door. You kicked my door down. You kicked my door down. Get on the ground. You kicked my door down. Get on the ground. No, you have no right to be in here. You have no right to be in here. You have no right to be here. You have no right to be in here. Do not touch her. You are assaulting her.
And this to me is very, very serious, but also it's an awakening call. We've had enough of this, and we have to stop. Our economy doesn't work, the foreign policy is in shambles, and now we have no privacy because people say they want to be safe. Governments cannot make us safe. To pretend they can make us safe, they have to destroy personal liberty.
And if people can't trust not only the executive branch, but also don't trust Congress and don't trust federal judges to make sure that we're abiding by the Constitution, due process, and rule of law, then we're going to have some problems.
The last thing the men behind the curtain want is a conscious, informed public capable of critical thinking, which is why a continually fraudulent zeitgeist is output via religion, the mass media, and the educational system. They seek to keep you in a distracted, naive bubble, and they are doing a damn good job of it. This is Aaron Russo, a filmmaker and former politician. To his left is Nicholas Rockefeller of the infamous Rockefeller banking and business dynasty. After maintaining a close friendship with Nicholas Rockefeller, Aaron eventually ended the relationship, appalled by what he had learned about the Rockefellers and their ambitions.
I got a call one day from an attorney woman I knew, and she said, "Would you like to meet one of the Rockefellers?" I said, "Sure, I'd love to." So he said to me one night, he said that there's going to be an event there, and out of that event, you're going to see we're going to go into Afghanistan, so we can run pipelines from the Caspian Sea. We're going to go into Iraq to take the oil and establish a base in the Middle East. And he said you're going to see guys going into caves looking for looking for people that they're never going to find. You know, he was laughing about the fact that you have this war on terror. There's no real enemy. He's talking about how by having this war on terror, you can never win it because so it's an eternal war. And so you can always keep taking people's liberties away. And I said, how are you going to convince people that this war is real? He said, but the media can convince everybody it's real. I mean, you know, it's just that you keep talking about things. You keep saying it over and over and over again, and eventually people believe it. You know, you created the Federal Reserve in 1913 through lies. You create 9/11, which is another lie. Through 9/11, you're fighting a war on terror, and now all of a sudden you go into Iraq, which was another lie, and now they're going to do Iran. You know, and it's all one thing leading to another, leading to another, leading to another. Now, I would say, what are you doing this for? What's the point of this thing? You have all the money in the world you ever want. You have all the power. I said, you know, you're hurting people. It's not a good thing. And he would say, what do you care about the people for? Take care of yourself and take care of your family. And then I said, so what are the ultimate goals here? He said, the ultimate goal is to get everybody in this world chipped with the RFID chip and have all money be on those chips and everything on those chips. And if anybody wants to protest what we do or violate what we want, we just turn off their chip.
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society. It's so secret we can't talk about it. What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go wild. I'm sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the website. Number 322.
Not everybody's laughing about this executive order. In fact, some have suggested this would give the President of the United States the authority to declare basically martial law during times of peace.
National Guard patrolling neighborhoods and the practices that they're doing with our local police department, this is all in preparation for martial law so that when they do actually lock down the country, they've got everything secured.
Let's just imagine that possibly they actually went to the dark side. Historically, this five-pointed star was man, right? It meant man. It's the good thing. And if you flipped it upside down, the upside-down five-pointed star with the goat, with his chinny chin chin and his ears and his horns, was the sign of Satan worshippers. It was a satanic star. Now, you can see on the American flag, our stars are right side up. All across America, you'll see symbols with five-pointed stars. The stars are right side up, the man stars. But around the year 2000, the Republican Party changed their logo from the stars being right side up to the stars being upside down. Coincided with the coming on the scene of George W. Bush and Karl Rove. Very strange.
Let me just say something to all my conspiracy-oriented friends on the right who think I'm planning to unleash some secret agenda. You're absolutely right.
And those people who have been yelling, oh, the UN's going to take over global
conspiracy
government.
Theorists.
They've been crazy, but now they're right.
Yeah, well, when Geithner's...
It's happening.
If you are just tuning in, we are going to breaking news out of Washington.
Again, this is a developing story. There has been an explosion.
Absolutely shocking.
Officials searching for answers as to who, what, or why this.
We are also also getting unconfirmed reports of explosions.
Was used as a diversion.
Got Mr. Lund!
The situation has changed completely.
What the hell is happening? Move, move, move! Somebody tell me something!
What we do know is that the aircraft touched down.
Yeah, are these the routes?
What is it?
Statue of Liberty or Snowman.
Blackout and declared martial law.
Daddy, what's martial law?
Is this thing worldwide? Is anyone doing better than we are?
We've lost the East Coast. Moscow's still dark. Life as we know it will come to an end in 90 days.
Sir, there's been an intrusion.
Let's go, move.
Get out of the way! Go back! What's going on?
Take care of your brother, you hear me?
Go now, go while you're still there.
If you're seeing this broadcast, you are in a part of the country no longer controlled by the government of the United States.
Don't believe what Obama's doing. Don't believe like what you see in the media. The media is like, you know.
Yeah, it's an illusion. At the end of the day, it's about power and control.
Yeah.
You know, they control the world. You know what I'm saying? It's already there. It's just a matter of like, you know, people wanting to be aware of it, make a game out of it, do whatever. It's just, you know, people want to know what's going on. We're in the age of knowledge right now. It's all about trying to figure out what's.
This section of like the world where people just don't give a fuck about what's going on. They just depend on the news. They don't read. So all these losers out here at home playing video games, playing Call of Duty, wake the fuck up.
These school cases won't be fucking with me. It's a government conspiracy. It's a wonder why niggas can't get on their feet. We try, but we suffer defeat. Nevertheless, we still stuck in these streets, trying to compete up against the elite. Everything's so corrupted, headed for destruction. The rich could help, but they don't do nothing. So I thought I'd just say a little something. Government tell lies, they frontin'. Think about the money that they spending on the war. People still sick and the people still poor. Hungry little kids being locked outdoor. America over there fighting for all. Plenty of solutions to fight by pollution. I'ma tell the truth since y'all don't know. Better open your mind, take time to grow. Illuminati, population control. Plot, they killing us dead. Heroes on the radio.